Man, I tell you what, it is hot as heck right now in Atlanta. I know around the rest of the country it is as well. I mean, with the heat index, it is easily 100 degrees, 103 degrees, something like that. So I want to talk about today, trying to mesh, is animals outside when it is hot as heck out like this. More specifically, of course, the reptiles. Now, this is the weather that they live for, but you still got to make sure that they have the ability to thermoregulate themselves. So we can kind of just start, and we'll take a look at everybody while we're out here. You can see the iguanas out in the sun. They're all starting to definitely get a lot more blue to them. See our boy Diego here, who's got a little bit of a rub right there. He's been pushing on the wire, so I got to treat that. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. Yeah, but you can definitely see the camera's doing a decent job of picking up. He's definitely, his blues are starting to pop a little bit more now. And I mean, he's been loving life out here. This cage is a little small for him, but of course this was built as basically like a sunning cage. So this is not a temporary cage for him, but this is for when we do have this really nice, hot, warm, sunny weather. Those darn ducks. Yeah, he has the ability to come out here. So, one big thing, you know, they love the heat. So we've got him, I actually got them this nice little doghouse here that actually has an asphalt top to it. So his basking spot can get really, really nice and hot, which is what they love. So he has the ability to go in there and get super, super hot and warm. Put that in there, it's a lot cooler. Oh, I'm caught. And then, oh, hi, Bubba. What you doing? Yeah, look at that boy right there. You know, you can see he's kind of actually in the shade right now anyway. So he's regulating his body temperature because it is really, really hot out, but he moves and comes and goes as he pleases. Oh, just gotta get this darn door shut. It is a pain in the booty to shut. Let me do that. We're gonna put y'all right here, and you're gonna get a pretty view of my face and forehead and sweat and everything else. All right, so we got all that locked. So he's doing really great out here. He is loving life. These tortoises in here are doing great as well. I'm sure they're gonna go run and be all sorts of crazy when I come in here. But they're gonna do the exact same thing. They need to thermoregulate. Oh, those are leaves. I just saw orange. I was like, what the heck is that? So these guys are gonna do all the same thermoregulation. Now this heat and the humidity, everything right now, this is absolute heaven for these guys, for the iguanas and the tortoises. So these guys, they move around. They have a constant shade in there, which we got one little dude right there in the corner. So yeah, there's plenty of sunlight in here. They get plenty of shade. So they have every opportunity to make sure that they're staying at the temperature that they need to stay at. These guys don't want to be as hot as what the iguanas are, especially with them being such a dark color on their shell and skin. They're going to absorb a lot more of that heat. Now let's go take a look over here. Oh, Ricky boy was just in the sun. You can see he's starting to shed a little bit. His blues are still popping and looking amazing. Then we got his girl Lucy right there. Oh, it's still focusing on the grates. That's annoying. Yeah, she's doing really good too. They've both been settling in really, really well in this enclosure. No signs of aggression or defensiveness or anything. They've just been absolutely perfect. And again, thermoregulation. So he was out in the sun. Now he's moved down into the shade. She's been just chilling down here in the shade. But they have the ability, when they want sun, they can come up and get it. When they want shade, they can get out of it. They can go down into their hide right there. I do need to check. This water's probably hot as heck. Oh, that's actually not bad. It's a nice cool temperature. So they've got their water up here. Diego had his water, but he spilled it over, so I'm going to get that refilled. You know, of course, the tortoises have their water, and it's just always got remnants of dirt because they're always moving through it. So for reptiles, that's really the biggest thing. If you're going to keep them outside, of course, make sure it's an animal that can take your local humidity. So obviously, I wouldn't keep a bearded dragon outside here because they're not designed for the super high humidity. They're designed for dry heat. But so like iguanas, most tortoises, oh my goodness, they are all gonna do just absolutely great out here. And then while we're here, let's talk some mammals. You can already kind of hear some of that noise. We have a couple new members of the Loomis Zoo. Hello. So we got Billy and Henry. They're a couple Nigerian dwarf goat males. They are wethers, which means that they're fixed males. Hi. They're still a little tentative. They're at the point where they're coming up and they're checking us out, but they are not, they're not lovey-dovey to where I can just go up and just start completely petting them yet. They're still a little scared, but it's okay. They're getting a lot better every single day. So for them, same deal. Obviously, they're not reptiles, so their body can thermoregulate themselves, but they still need cool areas to get into. So we have them, they have their shade over here in their shed, their shade shed, she shed, whatever. I've got my big old bucket of fresh water. Billy just loves that table. Ducks, I'm getting to you next. I'm telling you, I love these ducks, but they're a little annoying sometimes. So I got the little mini playground here for them. Just a couple things that they can jump on. That is the ducks' pool water. That's, of course, gets cleaned out. That's just after one bit of use because they get dirty. So then other animals like the chickens and ducks, and whether you have dogs, cats, whatever you might keep outdoors, it's very important. Shade and fresh, cool water. That's what's going to help keep them cool. These bunch of nincompoops. That's kind of why I like how I have the coop down here, with it already being under the deck. I mean, the level of shade in here is just perfect. So thankfully, it never gets too hot. Again, this water gets changed up every single morning, but these ducks are just disgusting. Oh, hello, goats. Are you gonna go play? Freaking goobers, man. But yeah, so that's all. That's really the biggest things that you want to do. You just want to make sure that everything has the opportunity to get out of the heat, get nice, fresh, cool water, and just like a person, basically, just different things to keep yourself cool, which is another reason why this yard can be very good, especially for these guys, because a lot of it is shaded off. We never really have a time where all of this is being hit with sun. And, we pretty much always have some sort of natural shade here. So for these guys, it's great, because I'll tell you, standing here in the shade, it's hot, but I mean, it's manageable. It's not gross and disgusting like, it is out in the sun. So that's the big thing. Just keep the reptiles, give them the areas they need that shade to thermoregulate themselves. If you have other little critters, give them that opportunity too. Hey, Billy Bob, Billy Goat and Henry Goat. And now we're starting to let the chickens start doing some free roaming, and the ducks start doing some free roaming now that we have the yard is now divided. So we have the wire fence everywhere. So obviously it's fenced all in the back there. So now we have an area that the dogs cannot get into, and now the chickens and ducks, they're old enough and they're big enough that I feel a lot more comfortable with allowing them to do it. So really excited for that, because they're going to help bugs, just whatever other little bugs might be in the lawn back here. They're going to help to eat all those up. The goats back here are going to help eat up all of these weeds and everything. So they'll help to clean things up a little bit. So it's just fun, man. It's a lot of fun. We're excited about having the iguanas outside finally, and seeing the blues that are coming through on them. Excited about these guys, of course. They're going to get a good bit bigger. Nigerian dwarf goat males, they'll get, probably about 50 pounds, maybe a little bit more than that. So that'll be pretty cool. Okay. Sometimes I don't think these chickens have brains. Whoa, duck flight. What is happening? They're so funny. All right, guys. So, just, quick little, early midweek video here, just talking about the heat and reptiles. So thanks y'all for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about Billy and Henry, if they're just the cutest gosh darn things ever. And I think Henry is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, thanks y'all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. All of you guys that are watching but you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It means a lot. We're almost at 500 subscribers. We're always putting out what I think is fun content. I think I got some more fun stuff coming forward, and with all the adventures here and our little zoo farm thing. So yeah, we'll catch y'all next time.